Every immigrant family has a story of sacrifice, a story of leaving something behind to build something better. But here's the part we don't talk about enough. We work so hard to build a future, but we rarely learn how to protect it. And that's how wealth disappears. Not because we didn't work, not because we didn't save, but because nobody taught us the rules of the new country we now call home. In episode 1, we talked about the pain, the funerals that turn into fights, the properties that get stuck in court, the savings that vanish because the system wasn't built for us. In episode 2, we start building the solution, not with fear, not with confusion, but with clarity. Because the truth is this: most immigrant families don't lose wealth because they're irresponsible. They lose wealth because they were never shown the tools. And one of the most powerful tools we have is a trust. Most people think a trust is just one thing, one document, one structure, one solution. But the truth is, trusts come in different types, and choosing the wrong one can cost your family everything. Choosing the right one can protect them for generations. So today, we're breaking down the most important types of trusts in a simple, clear, immigrant-friendly way. No legal jargon, no confusion, just clarity. A trust is like a toolbox. Every tool has a purpose. Every tool solves a different problem. And the biggest mistake immigrant families make is assuming one trust fits every situation. It doesn't. Let's start with the most common one, the revocable trust. This is the trust you control while you're alive. You can change it, you can update it, you can add assets, you can remove assets. It's flexible, it's simple, it's the foundation for most families. And the biggest benefit is this: when you pass away, your family avoids probate. No court, no delays, no strangers deciding your future. Just a smooth transfer of everything you worked for. But there's a catch. A revocable trust does not protect your assets from lawsuits or creditors. It gives you control, but not protection. That's where the irrevocable trust comes in. An irrevocable trust is different. Once you create it, you can't easily change it. You give up control, but in exchange, you gain protection. Your assets are no longer considered yours. They're protected from lawsuits, creditors, and certain taxes. This is the trust wealthy families use to shield their assets. And it's the trust immigrant families should consider when they want to protect property back home or protect a business they're building here. Now let's talk about something even more important: the Spendthrift Trust. This trust protects your children from themselves. It protects them from bad decisions. It protects them from manipulative people. It protects them from financial predators. Instead of giving them a lump sum, you control how the money is released. Slowly, carefully, with purpose. This is the trust that keeps your legacy safe long after you're gone. Then there's the Education Trust. This one is simple. You create a trust specifically for school, tuition, books, housing, training, certifications. If you're an immigrant parent who believes in education, this trust guarantees your children have the resources they need, no matter what happens to you. There's also the Special Needs Trust. This trust protects a child or family member with disabilities. It allows them to receive financial support without losing government benefits. It's one of the most important trusts for families who want to make sure their loved ones are cared for long after they're gone. And then we have the Life Insurance Trust. This one is powerful. You place your life insurance policy inside a trust. When you pass away, the payout goes directly to your family without taxes, without delays, without complications. For immigrant families who want to leave a large, clean inheritance, this trust is a game changer. But before we go any further, let's be honest. Trusts are not free, and nobody tells immigrant families this part. Some trusts cost more because they require more legal work, more planning, and more protection. So here's the truth, from the most expensive to the cheapest. Irrevocable trusts are usually the most expensive because they require complex planning and long-term structure. Life insurance trusts also cost more because they involve insurance rules and ongoing maintenance. Special needs trusts come next because they must follow strict government guidelines. Spendthrift trusts and education trusts sit in the middle. Not cheap, but not the highest. And the revocable trust is typically the most affordable. But here's what really matters. The cost of not having the right trust is always higher. Probate costs more. Court battles cost more. Losing property across borders costs more. A trust is not an expense. It's protection. But now we get into the part nobody talks about. Domestic trusts versus foreign trusts. A domestic trust is created in the country where you live. A foreign trust is created in another country. And here's the danger. Many immigrants create trusts back home, thinking they're protected everywhere. But when they move to a new country, that foreign trust may not be recognized. It may be taxed differently. It may even be treated as a penalty. Imagine this. You create a trust in your home country to protect land or property. You move to the United States. You think everything is safe. But the IRS looks at that foreign trust and says, "This is not compliant. This is taxable. This requires reporting." Suddenly, the trust you created to protect your family becomes a liability, not because you did anything wrong, but because the rules changed the moment you crossed a border. And it gets even deeper. Some countries don't recognize American trusts at all. So if you pass away and your assets are split between two countries, your family may have to deal with two different legal systems, two different tax rules, two different timelines, and two different interpretations of your wishes. That's how families get stuck. That's how wealth disappears. That's how conflict begins. This is why cross-border planning matters. This is why immigrants need clarity. This is why this series exists, because the trust that protects you in one country might expose you in another, and the trust that works perfectly in the United States might fail completely in your home country. So how do you choose the right trust? You start by understanding your goals. What are you trying to protect? Who are you trying to protect? Do you want control or protection? Do you want flexibility or security? Do you want privacy or simplicity? Do you have assets in more than one country? Do you plan to move again? Your answers determine your trust, not your income, not your status, not your background, your goals. And here's the truth. You don't need every trust. You just need the right one. The one that matches your family, the one that matches your journey, the one that matches your future. By the end of this series, you'll understand exactly which trust fits your situation. You'll know how to protect your assets across borders. You'll know how to avoid the traps that hurt immigrant families. And you'll know how to build a legacy that lasts. This is part 2 of our Immigrant Trust Fund series. We're just getting started. Stay tuned for episode 3.